Students, hope you all are well. So in this session, we will discuss about polarization and related some questions which is already asked in the mains exam. So I hope if you all give your 5 to 10 minutes for learning this important topic, then you can easily do the question in the exam related this topic. So before starting, first all you need to understand what is the polarization. So polarization is a property of electromagnetic waves which specifies the orientation of oscillating electric and magnetic field. And a light is said to be plane polarized light if the direction of electric field oscillation is along a particular direction only. For unpolarized light, a light is said to be unpolarized if the electric field oscillations are random in all the directions. For example, natural light is considered unpolarized because the electric field is spread in all the directions randomly. Now in figure 1, you can see the unpolarized light. In this you can notice how electric field oscillates in all directions. And in figure 2, you can see the figure of polarized light. In this you can notice how electric field oscillates along the horizontal direction only, which is perpendicular to the direction of light. Next, we will discuss about polarizer and Malus law. If a plane polarized light is incident on a polarizer such that the polarizer axis makes an angle phi, then only the component of electric field which is parallel to the axis of polarizer passes through and the perpendicular component of the electric field will be blocked. Now from this figure you can see in the left side E0 is polarized light. When it passes through polarizer which makes phi angle with axis, then only parallel component of the axis electric field will be passed and perpendicular component of the axis electric field will be blocked. Means E0 cos phi will be allowed and E0 sin phi will be blocked. Now if the angle between two polarizers axis is 90 degree, then no light comes out. Now, unpolarized light becomes plane polarized after passing through the polarizer. As you can see in this figure, when unpolarized light pass through polarizer, then polarizer block green and blue color wave and pass only orange color wave. This polarizer produces plane polarized light. If a polarizer is used with polarized light such that the polarizer's axis makes an angle theta with polarization of the incident light, then the intensity of light emerging from polarizer is given by Malus law. And Malus law is I is equal to I naught cos square theta, where I naught is the intensity of incident light and I is the intensity of emergent light. Let amplitude of electric field of incident light is E naught and amplitude of electric field of light from polarizer is E. Now we have seen previously that E is equal to E naught cos theta. If we square both sides, then we will get E square is equal to E naught square cos square theta. Since intensity is proportional to the square of amplitude, hence we will get I is equal to I naught cos square theta. Now, as we know, the average value of cos square function is half. So, when unpolarized light whose intensity is I naught passed through polarizer, then we will get I naught by 2, means we'll get half of the intensity. Now, in this figure, you can see when unpolarized light whose intensity is I naught passed through polarizer, then the intensity will be half, that is I naught by 2. Now for example, if you take 4 watt per meter square is the intensity of polarized light using a polarizer that makes angle 30 degree with light polarization, then the intensity existing the polarizer is I is equal to I naught square cos square theta. So by putting the value we will get 3 watt per meter square. Now next we will discuss about Brewster's angle. So when a light is incident on a medium such that the reflected ray and the refracted ray are perpendicular to each other, then the reflected light becomes plane polarized and the angle of incidence is called Brewster's angle. At Brewster's angle, if the incident light is unpolarized, then the reflected ray is perfectly plane polarized. So from this figure, you can see incident light is unpolarized, refracted ray is polarized, but reflected ray is slightly polarized. Now we will see how we calculate Brewster's angle from the figure. You can see R plus R dash plus 90 degree is equal to 180 degree and R is equal to 90 minus R dash. And in terms of Brewster angle, R is equal to 90 minus IB. So from the Snell's law, we can write sin IB is equal to mu into sin R. Now we will write R in terms of Brewster's angle. It will be sin IB is equal to mu into sin 90 minus IB. Hence we will get IB is equal to tan inverse mu, where IB is the Brewster angle and mu is the refractive index. Now we will discuss some JEE Mains problems which is already asked in 2019. So question is, a system of three polarizers P1, P2, P3 is set up such that the path axis of P3 is crossed with respect to that of P1. The path axis of P2 is inclined at 60 degree to the path axis of P3. When a beam of unpolarized light of intensity I0 is incident on P1, the intensity of light transmitted by three polarizers is I dash. The ratio I0 by I dash nearly equals. So here four options are given. So solution is here P1 and P3 are crossed. That means P1 and P2 are at 30 degree. Now the intensity of light after passing through first polarizers, intensity will be I0 by 2. And after second polarizer, intensity will be I0 by 2 cos square 30 degree, which is equal to 3 I0 by 8. And subsequently, after third polarizer, intensity will be 3 I0 by 8 cos square 60 degree, which is equal to 3 I0 by 32. So if we calculate ratio I0 by I dash, then it will nearly equals to 10.67. So option C is the correct answer. So this is the second question which is also asked in 2019. So please read this question and try it from your end. If you are not getting correct answer, then solution is given in the next slide. So please try it. Okay, thank you and all the best.